Silence has a weight. It's not empty. It's a heavy blanket that settles over a home, muffling laughter and stealing warmth. Here in the quiet of Obsidian Gate, I've learned its language. Once this house was alive with my wife Jade's laughter and our children's energy. Now, silence speaks of what's missing, words left unsaid, questions hanging in the air. It's not the peaceful hush of sleep, but the tense quiet after a battle before the victor is known. Every echo of my footsteps reminds me of those no longer beside me. This silence is a story of loss, written in the absence of sound. I used to think the loudest sound was a scream, but it's the void left behind. The children feel it too, their play subdued, their voices softer, as if afraid to disturb the fragile quiet. They look to me for answers, for reassurance that the world hasn't tilted forever. I offer a smile, a steady hand, but inside I'm navigating the same crushing silence. It's the unspoken burden we all share, a heavy cloak we wear, even when we're just a few feet apart. In this house, silence is never just silence. It's everything we've lost. After Jade disappeared, life demanded I keep moving. The children still needed breakfast, rides to school, comfort in the night. I became both father and mother, roles I never expected to fill alone. My days blurred into a checklist. Lunches, shoelaces, bedtime stories told with a steady voice. Nights were hardest. When the house was quiet, exhaustion hit like a wave. I'd sit in the dark, haunted by memories, Jade laughing, humming in the kitchen. These memories comforted and tormented me, reminders of happiness lost. One night, my youngest woke from a nightmare, lost and afraid. I held him, promising I'd always be there, even as I felt the sting of promises I couldn't keep. I'd promised Jade I'd protect her, but she was gone. The weight of that failure never left me. Every morning I put on a brave face, steering our family through grief's storm. I was their captain, their rock, even as I struggled to keep my own head above water. It's the hardest job I've ever had, endurance with no finish line, my only mission, get them safely to the next shore. The courtroom was cold, sterile. No comfort in its polished wood or stern faces. I went day after day, a silent witness to the search for answers about Jade. Each visit was a duty, a testament to the vow I made to her. Her absence didn't break that promise. It made it stronger. I listened as lawyers turned her life into a case file, a mystery. To them, she was a statistic. To me, she was everything. I endured it all to be her witness, to keep her memory alive in a place that threatened to erase her. My loyalty was my shield against pity and suspicion. People stared, not understanding the depth of a promise built on years, not words. Even with her gone, I wouldn't let our foundation crumble. My presence was a silent declaration. I am still here. I have not given up. When the testimony cut too deep, I focused on the far wall, refusing to break. The promise was my armor. I would wear it until she came home. In public, I was Santiago, the stoic patriarch, the devoted husband. I wore a mask of composure, strength, and control. Every room I entered, I held my head high, my voice calm. This was the man the world saw, the man in the papers, a role I played for my family's survival. The performance was exhausting. Behind closed doors, the mask came off. Alone, I was hollowed by grief, haunted by uncertainty. The contrast between my public self and private reality was a chasm. Out there, I was resilience. In here, just a man who missed his wife. The strength I projected was a necessary lie to protect my children. Sometimes the lines blurred, a question or glance threatening to shatter my composure. It was a lonely existence, being strong for everyone while feeling so broken inside. The day Jade returned, there was no celebration, just a stranger with a familiar face. The house filled with a new, tense silence. Her presence changed everything. Heavier air, unspoken questions, a history we couldn't touch. The ghost of her absence was replaced by the ghost of her presence. The children were confused, their joy hesitant. This was not the mother they remembered. She moved like a visitor, her touch gentle but distant. The vibrant energy of our family was gone, replaced by a fragile dance of avoidance. I searched for the woman I married, but she was a shell, her spark gone. The mystery of her absence hung between us, an impenetrable curtain. We shared space, but were miles apart, each trapped in private pain. The hope I'd clung to withered. Her return hadn't healed us, only changed the pain. Now I fought her distance, a subtler, more confusing enemy. The silence was no longer about what was missing, but what was present and broken. For months, my life was defined by duty. To my children, to Jade's memory. I was the protector, the rock, believing their survival was my own. But living with the new, distant Jade revealed a hard truth. We were two ships passing in the night, the closeness gone. I couldn't fix her or bridge the gap trauma had carved. In trying, I was losing myself. One evening, I saw exhaustion in my reflection, an empty vessel, a fortress with nothing left inside. My duty couldn't be my only identity. A new promise formed, not to them but to myself. I had to protect my own spirit, to find a way to be whole again. I couldn't heal Jade, but I could begin to heal myself. I had to save myself, not just for them, but for me. This is the way.